Grand Rising family, and welcome back to Yvette's View. Glad to be back. It is June 5th, Sunday, and today I'm just here early this morning. Got up feeling fantastic and wanted to share with you my 21-day raw food completion and beyond because I'm still going on. However, I'm going to give you everything that I've gone through in a summarized version so I don't have to be on here too long. I want to keep your attention and want to make sure that you are doing well, letting you know that I'm doing well. I am completely happy with the process that I've been going through, all of the things that's been happening, the awarenesses, the elevations, the body changes that's been happening, the mental changes that's been happening, the emotional changes that's been happening and having to deal with. And I'm telling you, family, it's been up and down. But the process of it, when I continue to remember and think about the process and staying in the moment, it's been very enlightening for me. So with that being said, sit back for a couple of more minutes, family, and I'm going to share with you my journey up to now, how it's going, how it went, and all this in between there. So let's get started. So far, family, I did complete my 21-day raw food, but that was not without a couple of hiccups, because I will say that the chips got me, girl, people. The chips got me. Because remember, I think the last time I talked, I was talking about how the chips, got me. I was using the cucumbers. Well, yes, the cucumbers was working, and my mental at the time decided to take over the knowing of what I should be doing, or my emotions, I will say, kicked in to the point where I was like, you can have at least one chip. So again, I'm trying to do things new, trying to do things different, right? Especially on this journey. And that's why I'm continuing on, family, because the 29th, during the during the holiday, I had a few chips. And so I felt like I didn't complete a 21 full raw or completely raw fast. But what I decided to do was not beat myself up. I decided to give myself compassion. The very thing that I'm asking you to do for yourselves, I had to therefore turn that inward and do it for myself. So every time I'm asking you to do something, trust and believe me, it's something that I know I have to do first. So every time I'm talking about certain things, it's always to me first, then it comes to you. So as I'm speaking, I'm definitely speaking to me, speaking to my inner spirit, speaking to my inner mind and emotions of what we're doing and why I'm doing it. And my whys was still there, but I allowed that emotion at that time to take over, and I had the chip. I didn't feel bad, even though everything was still raw. I would say I was 99.9% raw. So I wasn't too bad, but it was something I felt like I still need to be full disclosure, still let you know, hey, I didn't complete, but I kept going. So once I kept going, I was like, okay, you fell off that day. And I actually fell off like 3 days. So it was like 26, 27, and 28. Because the 26th was my mom's birthday, and I celebrated with her, and I made her something special. And of course, I didn't have to, but I chose to. So let me be clear. I chose to taste the cheesecake bites that I made for her, just to make sure that they were, on point, and she enjoyed them. But I just had to see for myself, guys. It's crazy, but it's true. I had to see for myself because, again, at the time, my emotions was I want it anyway. So I could actually use that as an excuse, but I had to be very honest with myself that you want this. I'm just going to do it and let it go. So family, that's what I did. So I had to wait, before, and I didn't want to come on until I had actually completed the raw 21 days. That's just me. I get like that with myself. So because again, I want to be true to what I say I want to do. So I'm still raw, family. Still doing the raw food, but that's what happened. Just letting you know, because for the main part, I still literally ate raw. It was just 2 little items or 1 item that I ate that was not fully considered fully raw. I'll say that. So with that being said, family, I had my hiccups. I was not completely perfect in this challenge. So for me, I decided I'm going to continue on because it's a little bit more deeper for me of what I'm wanting to receive. And thus far, what I've received so far on the spiritual part, the elevation part, it's so hard to describe in words how I'm feeling, how doing this journey and doing this journey on purpose and with a mindset to stay focused on why I'm doing it and the purpose of my why. And as my daddy would say, and I'm going to continue to talk about my daddy with Father's Day coming up, you always need to know the purpose of a thing. What's the purpose of why you're doing what you're doing? Also, family, I wanted to talk about briefly something that I've been dealing with on the emotional and spiritual side is releasing. And the awareness that I've been getting and that has been coming to me about my releasing is that I was holding on to things that I thought I had released. And as I have been having these things come up and show up in my life, I'm going, wow, I thought that was gone. So it just reminded me that this thing is continual, acknowledging things that I've done, being okay with that, forgiving myself, releasing myself, freeing myself from anything that I could be holding unconsciously inside of me, inside of my mind, inside of my psyche. Family, I am so thankful right now for the clarity of understanding what's going on with me. And I love the fact that keeps coming up to me about knowing thyself. Once you learn who you are, and that's a continual thing because we're constantly evolving, constantly changing. So as you evolve and learn about yourself, you kind of take certain things from your past and see what's still applied today. You know what I'm saying? Today, I'm still doing something I was doing when I was 20 years old, or I'm still doing something, my mentality is still the same, or I'm still holding on to certain mentalities that no longer fit where I am today. And the more I start to release, the more I realize of a lot of stuff I was still holding on to. And the power of releasing, the feeling of freedom when you release and let go of things that no longer serve you, things that no longer benefit you going forward. And it's a memorabilia. And I was talking to some family members about, memorabilias and holding on to certain energies. And this particular shirt did not hold any negative energies for me. That's why I still have it. That's why I still have it on today. And of course, I'm going to forever love Tupac. just a side note. But with all that being said, family, I'm learning myself and learning about how I hold on to things that don't really need to be held on to any longer. So I can't wait to see what this month will bring. I did have a little hiccup. However, I chose that I'm going to continue on. Regardless of that, I'm still going to keep going. I'm still going to keep stepping up to the plate. I'm still going to be consistent. 99.9% of my diet today is fully raw. And I'm thankful for that. And the empowerment that I feel going forward. And just things that are happening and showing up in my life right now that's all going in my favor. I can't be, all I can say is thank you, Spirit, for me staying in line, staying in allowance, and staying in flow, which is something I was talking about before, is allowance and flow, and how to stay in allowance and flow. And mind you, those words that I put out into the ethers have shown back up to me that let's see if you're ready to allow certain things. Let's see if you can go with the flow. And there were those times, family, where I was going against the flow because I was still trying to hold on to stuff. I was still trying to control things that was no longer in my control and wasn't for me to control. I was supposed to let it go. If you let things go sometimes, and in certain situations, you can see how the universe will work in your favor, and how everything that you choose to do going forward, it's not as bumpy when you allow things to flow. Thank you for giving me your time briefly today, and I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that you're back. Put something down in the comments. Let me know how you've been doing. Let me know what your if you fell off, or how long you actually made it. How many days did you literally do fully raw? Was it 5 days? Was it 10 days? Was it 1 day? I don't care. If it was 2 hours, pat yourself on the back, because it's something that you hadn't tried before, maybe, or something you didn't think you could accomplish, but you actually did it. Every little bitty step we take that's going to the positive for you, that's going to make you feel good, that's going to elevate you, I don't know why you wouldn't celebrate it. I tend to celebrate every little moment, win, acknowledgement of awareness. I'm celebrating it, because there was a time when I just was mindless, and I'm now more mindful of what I do and why I do. So with that being said, family, I want you to have a fantastic day. Write some notes down in the comments, of course. Like I said, let me know how you're doing. Put some emojis in the chat, whether you think this was fire. Whatever emojis you want to, number 100. If I kept it 100 with you, if you thought I kept it 100 with you, put some 100s down in the chat for me, okay? What I would like and what my wish for you today is that you step into who you are wanting to become going forward. And only you know that. That internal work is so, so important, family. It's time for us to love on ourselves. Time for us to put the mask on ourselves first, so that therefore I can put the mask on you after I am well, and I can help you. So with that being said, family, peace, love, and light. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, don't forget to hit that notification bell and hit the word all, so that you're notified when I drop a video. And with that being said, family, peace, love you to life.